other day. Remember how you promised we'd do that?
Are you prepared to take the oath, Senator?
I remember.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
It was whispered by slaves and
Execute
abolitions.
the office of President of the United States for freedom.
I will execute.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
It was sung.
It was sung by immigrants.
I am Ora B. Fuller. I am the owner and CEO of Shanora's Wigs and General Merchandise. I sell the kids' t-shirts. I carry shirts from medium to like 4 and 5X t-shirts.
An idol is an image that I want to see just for the sake of seeing it. It's the lust of the eyes. It's wanting to follow after my eyes.
There were lots of people selling items unauthorized by the campaign.
First of all, none of that material was endorsed by the campaign, of course.
I also carry Obama caps, leather caps. I carry a few of those.
When these images were painted on walls and sort of seen in the public space.
And I carry the watches, the buttons, and anything else I could find. I've heard they had earrings, but I haven't saw them yet.
I want to see, just to see it. I'm drawn to it in that way. And Obama's like that.
He has that charisma that you can really, like you say, sort of believe in, you know.
He's sexy. People describe him as sexy. They see all kinds of things like that make him a celebrity.
People took it upon themselves, our volunteers, to decorate both the interior and the exterior of the offices with images of Obama and what he meant to them. They were very excited. It just shows the level of enthusiasm. I've never seen anybody do that for any candidate.
It wasn't completely unique. I mean, if you go back to the 1992 campaign, there still was a lot of, there was the same sense that Bill Clinton was a younger, new generation coming on the scene, and so there was some excitement among college students, for example.
I think this goes even beyond JFK, and I think it goes beyond Bill Clinton. They were youthful presidents. They had something about them that young people can relate to. But I think Obama has something more.
At the Michigan State rally, when he came, people were crying and people were pushing and people were
an evangelical
crawling on
event.
people. Yeah.
People were literally swooning. People were fainting at the stage. They were fainting at the altar of Obama. And what was that?
It looks like we have somebody who may have fainted.
There are a lot of Democratic activists that I encountered during the campaign who had been active in Democratic politics in 30 or 40 years. But they were inspired by Barack Obama as well. And these were people, many of whom were retirees.
T-shirts and anything Obama sold. So that what kept me in business the last few months of the year.
It was kind of like a cool thing to have an Obama shirt. They were cool shirts, too. It's kind of like having a Bob Marley shirt, almost.
You have certain images that you want to sell to the public. And once that power sticks, then it can apply to a whole different sphere of things, a whole different sphere of commodities.
But I think that the fact that there's Obama t-shirts, there's Obama pajamas, there's Obama shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've never done that before with any other president. And I know that this is a historical event, but it's still, I don't understand why he's being promoted like some sort of advertisement, I guess, some form of advertisement.
Some of it had to do with standing in as an icon that was similar to Martin Luther King. In many ways, MLK speaks like a prophet. He prophesies for things that he wants to happen. And in many ways, Obama comes to fulfill the prophecies. If MLK writes the checks, then Obama cashes them.
I sell quite a few T-shirts because a lot of times I get different kinds of T-shirts, and especially during Black History Month. Like Martin Luther King, stuff like that, because I got a lot of his shirts, but his shirts didn't sell too good this year. Obama took over everybody. I mean, it was just number one.
And people are tired. They're tired of the old imagery. They want something new.
It was unique that the Obama campaign brought in professional artists and actually commissioned photographs and pictures that they then used in campaign materials.
And the campaign trail, we saw this somewhere along the line in the trail. He started to don the halo. It's not clear exactly where it started, but it happened. Sometimes literally he has halos in images that we have of him. And oftentimes he just has this glow of being somehow different. Someone people can look up to. People who are downcast, people who have serious socioeconomic problems can look up to him as someone who is important, someone they want to emulate, someone they want to be like. It's a little bit like a hero, but it's different. It's a little more like a saint. I'd like to use this religious imagery for it because I think there's a need that Obama has tapped into. We're human beings, we have religious needs.
We were just talking about that quote that we think is really one of Barack Obama's stronger ones about how people cling to God and guns. And I think people have sort of replaced God or guns with Obama, and people hold him up as this God and they're clinging to him when they're really not really critically analyzing any policy choices.
The problem now is we're living in the aftermath of the campaign, and now we've got a presidency that's going on that actually is raising some questions. And many of us, not all of us, but many of us have gone to the stage of seeing the myth as a myth.
He seems to be a good person to, bring us together. But since the election, since he's got in there and everything, things are beginning to, try to pull against, even though he hasn't been in there but a little over a month. So it's going to take a little time, and we're going to have to, kind of wait and see. He's not a miracle worker, no death by no means, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think he's a miracle worker.
And so all of the images that are disposable, all the marketing of the image of who Obama is, that will continue to have a certain kind of grab on people. He'll have fans. He'll have the celebrity status. He'll be the pop idol, at least. But as he makes mistakes, as anyone does, and as he makes decisions that at least raise questions, it'll be harder and harder to see this as something that's not a myth.
Like any liberal Democrat or anything, they oh yeah, Obama, or like little children even. Sing for joy and sing abundantly. Courage I think, they look up to him, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't look up to him, but it's why are you looking up to him? You should question, why you admire this man so much.
I think Obama set a precedence. It's going to last a while. The next president's going to try to copy what he did, and they're going to try to top it, but I don't think anybody ever will.
Who knows what will happen in campaigns that follow? Will this now be the prototype? I don't know that it can be repeated exactly the same way, because now we'll see this myth as a myth. Maybe it'll have to be something new next time. But boy, it sure worked this time.